Narrator. In the years following World War II, over 50,000 Japanese women made an impossible choice. They left everything they knew, their families, their language, their homeland, to marry American soldiers and start new lives in a country that had been their enemy just months before. Photos of ships, brides waving goodbye. Narrator. For most of these young brides, the journey to America took weeks by ship. They carried small suitcases with kimonos carefully folded inside, but nothing could prepare them for what awaited. Transition to color footage of 1950s America. Many expected hardship, prejudice, isolation. What they never imagined was the food. Vintage wedding reception footage. Narrator. Michiko Tanaka was 22 when she arrived in Kansas in 1953. Her American wedding reception was held in a church basement, a far cry from the traditional Shinto ceremony she dreamed of as a girl. Michiko, interview. Present day, I walk in, and I see this mountain. A mountain of food. In Japan, after the war, we were so hungry. Rice was precious. And here, close-up of 1950s buffet table. Narrator. The tables overflowed. Roasted turkey the size of small children. Mashed potatoes swimming in butter and gravy. Green bean casserole topped with crispy onions. Jello salads in colors that didn't exist in nature. Lime green, bright orange, shocking pink. Michiko. I thought, is this real? Can we really eat all of this? My hands were shaking. Recreation footage, close-ups of food. Narrator. For Keiko Williams in Ohio, it was the wedding cake that stopped her in her tracks. Keiko, interview 3 layers. Covered in white frosting, so sweet, so rich. In Japan, we had mochi for celebrations, small, delicate. This cake, it was taller than my head. Photo of massive tiered wedding cake. Narrator. The sweetness overwhelmed her. American desserts used sugar freely, lavishly, a luxury most Japanese hadn't tasted in years. But it wasn't just the abundance. It was the strangeness. Yuko Anderson, interview. Someone handed me a hot dog at my wedding. A hot dog. At a wedding. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Where was the fish? Where was the rice? Montage of 1950s American food culture. Narrator. In post-war Japan, meals were simple. A bowl of rice. Miso soup. Perhaps some pickled vegetables, if you were lucky. Every grain of rice was honored. Nothing was wasted. In America, casseroles bubbled endlessly. Meat appeared at every meal. Portions were American-sized. Narrator. The contrast was dizzying. Sachiko Murphy, interview. My mother-in-law served me meatloaf for the first time. I smiled and ate it, but inside I was thinking, what is this heavy brick? I missed the lightness of Japanese food. The balance. Warmer lighting, family dinner scenes. Narrator. But slowly, something shifted. The strange became familiar. The overwhelming became comforting. Michiko. I learned to make my husband's favorite pot roast. He learned to love my miso soup. We met in the middle, in the kitchen. Photo of mixed Japanese-American dinner table. Narrator. They adapted. They experimented. They created something entirely new. Not quite Japanese, not quite American, but beautifully their own. Keiko. At my daughter's wedding, we served both. Sushi and sandwiches. Sake and champagne. She's both, so why shouldn't the food be? Modern footage. Multi-generational family gatherings. Narrator. Today, their grandchildren grow up eating teriyaki chicken and hamburgers without thinking twice. They don't realize that every fusion restaurant, every Japanese-American household tradition, carries the courage of these women. Yuko. People ask me, what was the hardest part of coming to America? They expect me to say the language, or the racism, or missing my family. And yes, all of that was hard. Pause. But that first American wedding reception, standing in front of all that food, not knowing what to do, how to eat it, whether I belonged there, that was the moment I realized, this is my life now. I have to learn everything again, starting with the strange, abundant, beautiful food. Sunset, family dinner table, with mixed cuisines. Narrator. The Japanese war brides never imagined such tasty food at their American weddings. But more than that, They never imagined they would teach America to love their food in return. They came with nothing but hope. They fed us all. Final photo montage of war brides then and now. Narrator, this is their story. Told one meal at a time.